Good evening, everybody. My name is David Gray, and I'm from Durban, South Africa. Tonight, we're going to tell you about this wonderful company called Lifewave and its fantastic products and technology that can literally change your life. I was introduced to Lifewave about 2.5 years ago when I got home from a business trip in Johannesburg, and my wife Cindy told me, "We've joined a company called Lifewave." So I didn't have a choice. I got home and I was part of Lifewave. I don't know if you know, but only 6% of South Africans can actually retire comfortably. And I was definitely not one of those 6%. And I've always been looking for a sustainable additional income stream. And after being by default landing up with Lifewave, I started researching the products, the company, and the business model. And I really saw potential here. And I got really excited. And that's how our Lifewave journey started. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that later on. I'm going to hand you over to Kayla, who's presenting with me tonight, and I'm really excited to present with Kayla. It's our first time presenting together. And Kayla can introduce herself, and then I'll start with the presentation.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Kayla, and I'm from Durban, also Westville, here with David, South Africa. And you're very excited and very blessed and very, very privileged to have been put on the Lifewave path. And yeah, I can't wait more. So here goes. David? Oh, sorry. All right. So we always ask people, have you been patched yet? It elevates and it activates and regenerates your stem cells and your body. So when I initially started, that's how I started. A friend nagged me and said, have you been patched yet? Have you been patched yet? And eventually I went to her and she patched me. And 2 days later, I bought my first sleeve. And a few days later, I became a brand partner because it's just such a phenomenal product. All right. So we cannot, experience, or we would not have been able to experience Lifewave without this phenomenal God-fearing man. He's the inventor and the scientist behind Lifewave. His name is David Schmidt, and he's the CEO and also the inventor of X39. He's got over 200 patents. Now, he's one out of two people worldwide who's got more than 200 patents. And as I said, he's a scientist and an inventor. He specializes in age reversing. And in 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. He actually started off with the energy enhancer patch that he designed for the military for energy enhancing focus, stamina, and endurance. Sorry, guys, got a frog in my throat tonight. Just excuse me a moment. Murphy's Law, this will now happen. All right, his attention has been on stem cell research, and his recent patent took 10 years plus more than $4.5 billion to bring to market. I also just want to mention to you, this is the patented technology. You cannot get any patents if you don't have proof that your product actually does what it says it does. And here you'll see it elevates your copper peptides, including activation of stem cells, improvement in energy, elevation of antioxidants, and the list is absolutely endless. And also you can only get a patent for 20 years. We've still got 15 years left on David Schmidt's patent for X39. So yeah, many, many more years that we can actually enjoy this patent without any disturbances or any other companies. There's no competition in what we actually have to offer. Why X39 stem cell activation patch? So stem cells make up every organ in your body. And as you age, your stem cells become dormant. So that's why it takes us so much longer to heal. That's why we start getting gray hair. That's why we start getting these pleats on our faces. And at the age of 30, I don't know if you know, but only half of our stem cells are still active. And by the time we're 60, we hardly have any active stem cells left in our body. So yeah, it's amazing that we've actually come across a technology that is, in fact, age reversing. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on. David, I might have to ask you to carry on just now, but yeah, let's go. Sorry. Okay, how does X39 work? So X39 and all the other patches, it looks like this. It's a tiny little patch. It looks like a plaster, right? So it's a proprietary form of phototherapy. It's patented nanocrystal technology. So in these little patches, there are nanocrystal structures, amino acids, and salts, and some of them have got sugar in them. There's no drugs, no chemicals, no medicine in these patches. It's non-transdermal and it's non-invasive. So when people ask, can you use the patch while you're on other medication? Yes, you can, because there's no medicine in these patches. The benefits of X39, obviously, it's to achieve optimal health for a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And some of the benefits include increased strength, mental clarity. So with me, I had a lot of brain fog before I started using the patches. Now that brain fog has been cleared up, reduced inflammation. So you need to take your Eon anti-inflammation patches for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So I had a lot of inflammation in my body. I used the Eon for the first 2 months. I've now got no inflammation in my body. Restored muscle or skeleton conditions, increased stamina. I'm like an energizer bunny since I started using the X39 patches. Improved sleep. I started sleeping through after 2 nights of using X39, after not being able to sleep for 7, 8 years right through the night. Energy and vitality and improved skin appearance. Also with improved skin appearance, I started getting these dry flakes on my eyebrows, on my eyelids, in and around my ears that have also disappeared. I would say within the first 4 weeks I've started using the X39 patches. I also just want to mention Lifewave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. All right, so with X39, you've got long-term results, and that's per case studies on thisisit.info.com. Within the first couple of days, your 4,000 genes begin to reset in your body. Your brain becomes more balanced. Collagen starts to increase in your body after the first couple of weeks, and your heart can actually reverse into in age up to 8 years in age. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. So that is very exciting to me because by the time I'm 80, I'm going to look 50. So yes. Right, so how to wear your X39 patch. So you wear your patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So I put my patch on at 8 o'clock in the morning because I've got a lot happening the first thing in the morning, and then I take it off 12 hours later, 8 o'clock at night. You can wear more than one different kind of patch at a time. So don't wear two X39s at the same time because the second one will only give you 20% more benefit. Only one X39, then you can use Eon with that, your anti-inflammatory patch, which is also known as your happy patch. And yeah, there's 10 other patches that your sponsor can discuss with you. But it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You wear it to elevate and activate and regenerate. And when you take it off, you need to only wear 12 hours because your body needs the time to actually reset and rest and repair and rejuvenate. If you want any and every information about Lifewave, you can go to thisisinfo.com. You will find everything that you need to know about Lifewave on there, but you can also speak to your sponsor. But this is a very good website to go onto. It will answer every and any question that you've got. Yeah, I don't know. This is a team I'm sure David will discuss with you just now. So the testimonies of X39 are emotional and life-changing, and it's been absolutely life-changing to me. So if you have not started patching it, I recommend that you do so immediately, and you'll also be able to enjoy the benefits of this phenomenal life-changing product.
Right. I think we'll pause there for a moment and then share the testimonials that we've got around the call. I think, Kayla, could you start with yours? You've got an amazing testimonial.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to apologize about that frog in my throat. I don't know what happened there. Before I give you my testimony, I just want to mention something to you. And Amanda said it was the first time she actually heard about this. So I've got a friend, Marty. She had breast cancer twice. So she went into remission the first time. It came back. She went for a double mastectomy and went into remission, and then she got pancreas cancer. So the first two times she went for chemo and radiation, and her husband said, you know what, Kayla, it wasn't the cancer that almost killed Marty. It was the chemo and the radiation. Then she got pancreas cancer, and as most of you know that is usually fatal. But then she said, no more chemo. She's going to just use the cannabis product. So she went on that and she's still on that. 10 years later, praise the Lord, she is still in remission. Can you believe it, with pancreas cancer? But then I told her about the patches about 2, 3 months ago, and now she's been patching for 2 weeks. And Amanda, I think it was late last week, I let you know. I can't remember. She said, Kayla, I cannot believe what the first sign of the benefits of this product is. She says, since the chemo, she didn't have wax in her ears anymore. So she had to put like a cotton with some Vaseline in there because she used to get infections and earache and whatever because there was no wax to protect her ear canal. She says the other day she put the earbud in her ear after she was on the Extended the Eon for a week. And she said she looked at the earbud and there was earwax for the first time in years. So the Lifewave, the patches actually I don't know, generated or whatever. What do you call it? Produced earwax in her ear. Then today, one of my best friends here in Durban, she came to me, Celeste, and she's been struggling because she's got a 24/7 job in front of the laptop. And she's been battling heavily with spasms in her shoulders. So she came to me at the office and I said, wait, let me just get the ice wave quickly. And I said, where's the pain? And she said, there. I said, are you sure it's there? She says, yes. So I put the tan patch there and I started with the white patch clockwise. I said, no. She said, what are you doing? The pain is gone. I'm like, are you sure it's there? There that I put the white patches, it's gone. She said, yeah. So I put the 2 patches and I gave her X39, said patch with the X39 tomorrow. She's like, oh, I can't wait to get my bonus so that I can buy some patches. So that's wonderful news. So with me, I've been battling for more than 21 years with major back issues, and then the arthritis set in, and then I got neck issues. So I had neck surgery last year. I had major back surgery end of November. Walked with my brace until August. I then started getting major pains in my wrists and in my fingers and my elbows because of the arthritis. I started getting this weird twitch in my head, and I thought I was starting to get Parkinson's. I even started drooling at night when I lay on my pillow. Sounds weird, but anyways. And so anything and everything, Jan always says, you know what, if there's something that can be wrong with Kayla, if it's not the one thing, it's the next. But in any case, so Mandy, my sponsor, nagged me to patch, and I said, no more medication. She said, just come so I can patch you. I can't remember the last time I slept through. I told you guys 6, 7, 8 years ago. And night 2 on the X39, I started sleeping right through the night. About the 5th day, the pains in my joints disappeared. The twitch disappeared in my head. The drooling disappeared. Yeah, so it's just... I'm so excited. And
Yeah,
everybody that I'm selling to and everybody that I'm talking to are just giving me their live testimonies. And yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal. So I guess I can also mention that I'm so excited about Lifewave. And I mean, I'm a walking, talking testimony that I actually decided, you know what? I want to go the route of creating a deeper connection with people through healing. So I decided to actually sell my other company and start only focusing on Lifewave, because that is how much trust and faith I have in this product and in the company. And the support that we get from this company is absolutely phenomenal. So not only can I vouch for the product, but I can tell you what, yeah, I'm very excited for what's coming with Lifewave. So please start patching. You have to
thank you.
patch. You'll be a new person.
Thank you very much, Kayla. We can see the enthusiasm. It's great.
Yeah, if I could jump up and down, I would, but my screen wouldn't allow for that.
Is there anybody else on the call that would like to share something that happened with them? Andre. Let's hear from Andre.
David, our son does not believe in the patches at all. When his mother wants to talk to him, he says, please, 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 do you need money to buy patches for you, but not for me? And yeah, Amanda being Amanda, she never lets an opportunity go past to talk, especially to Jared. So 2.5 weeks ago, he had a nice accident with his surfboard. Now, the guy is 6'6", so you can imagine this tall guy on this small little surfboard, and broke 2 ribs.
Ouch.
He was in agony. They actually had to help him out of the water. He couldn't carry the board. His mother convinced him to patch. They went fishing the weekend, 9 of them from Matric. That's 2 weeks, 2 weeks on. He said the pain is gone.
No pain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and now he tells other people, please talk to my mom. She's got this small little patch. Talk to my mom.
That's
no.
Andre, that's a story I hear from a lot of people where they start with the patches and then they vow never to tell anybody about it. They just want to see if it works for themselves. And then once they start getting a result, you just can't stop telling other people about it. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You have to share the product.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that'd like to share something? Jonathan, have you got an update for us?
Yeah, I'll add my testimony to it and say that like Lifewave and the patches, most specifically the X39, has been nothing but life-changing for my family. Like I'll give you the highlight reel of what it's done for us. I had back pain, chronic back pain for a year and a half. Couldn't pick up anything really without feeling pain. Even my daughter, and like getting out of bed was painful every single day. Used the product. 2 months later, I woke up with no pain. I'm back in the gym. I'm back to my marathon running. I'm deadlifting 160 again, feeling strong. Put the patch on my parents. My dad had heart failure. His heart function has improved. He was battling to walk from the house to the car, and he had a walker. That walker is now gone. He attends an exercise class, which he goes to himself via a bus route here in the UK. And like, yeah, he wouldn't leave the house by himself, like at all, because it wasn't like he couldn't do it. He was also falling asleep mid-conversation. You'd be chatting with him, look away from him, look back to him, he's sleeping. That's no longer happening. He's full of energy. In fact, I spoke to him yesterday, and he hasn't taken any pain medication in over 2 weeks. My dad, ever since I can remember, my entire life, he would start his day with like 4 pain pills, and then he would top it up through the day. He hasn't had any for the past 2 weeks. So he's doing phenomenally. My mom's osteoporosis is busy reversing. My wife's hearing has improved. She used to be quite hard of hearing, and I would like constantly be repeating myself again and again, repeat, repeat, repeat. Now I can't even sneak around the house. She hears everything. Um, even my daughter, she had compulsive movements, tics that she would do. She also couldn't read or write. And she was 7. You know, it's a bit late to be like not able to read and write. But yeah, since we've patched her, before the patches, she in the UK they grade them on like a it's like a graph that goes across, and then they sort of put your kid per subject on that graph. And the previous parents' evenings that we went to, my daughter didn't even make it onto that graph. She didn't score. But the last parents' evening that we went to, she's above the average in the class now, reading, writing, the tics are gone. So whatever it's doing for her, it's been completely life-changing for myself and my entire family. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I said at the
Jonathan,
beginning
I
of the
just
presentation that these patches could literally change your life. And as you can hear from the people around the call, it's literally changing lives. I'd like to just quickly share what happened to me. So luckily I took a photo of my hair and I'll put a picture of it in the chat box. I was getting bald and I said to Cindy, I see one of the benefits is hair growth. So let's see if that happens and how it works. Lo and behold, 7 weeks later, my bald patch was gone. So I have some physical evidence that the patches actually work. But my biggest win, I suffered terribly from anxiety, so much so that I walked around with a pill called Ativan in my laptop bag. And if I felt the panic attack coming along, I took the Ativan and put it under my tongue. And I can tell you something, it was 48 hours after putting the X39 patch on. I felt as though a veil had been lifted up over me and I just had mental clarity and my anxiety disappeared. I have not had to take Ativan again in 2.5 years for anxiety. It's never come back. And just because of that, I will not stop wearing this product. It's absolutely amazing. It changed my life. All right, I'm going to carry on with the business side of things, so we can get to that part of the presentation. There we go. Can you see my screen? Good. All right. Opportunity happens by creating solutions. So we've got some current problems to solve. Nobody knows about stem cells becoming dormant, but Lifewave's got an offer. Lifewave offers a solution. Lifewave offers stem cell reactivation. The other problem we have is so many people are struggling financially, but Lifewave offers an income-generating business. I'd like to show you a short promotional video that this is a team has put together, and this is now available for all Lifewave members to share to prospects going forward.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
Great. So we can see there how Lifewave is doing. Lifewave is over 20 years old now. It's 21 years old, and it's available in over 75 countries. You can see the turnover there from 2021 was at $20 million a year. And then 2022, 320, it increased to 430. Last year it did about a $600 million turnover. And this year they're pushing for a $1 billion turnover. The only reason for this is the launch of the X39 patch and the involvement of the This Is It team system that Steve and Gina Merritt put together. At this stage of the business, the This Is It team, which we are part of, is doing about 64% of Lifewave's turnover, which is absolutely incredible. Because of this growth in turnover, Lifewave is now ranked #1 in momentum on the businessforhome.org website. And the good news is we're only getting started. Lifewave and This Is It system allows you to duplicate your efforts. It's very similar to a franchise, but this one you can start with a credit card. You don't need to go and sell your house or mortgage your cars, etc. Everyone is building a business for their dreams. And the nice thing about it is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. The support in this community is absolutely amazing. The systems are there. Your partners become your friends, and everybody joins together and makes sure everybody can reach success. So what's important in your life? Would you like some more family time? Would you like some more security? Do you love traveling? Or do you just prefer better health? Or maybe less debt? So with Cindy and myself, if you can recall, I said I saw a great opportunity in this business. And we were very blessed. In our first year, it grew very well. And I said to Cindy, you know what? This could be really big for us. And we decided that one of us has to pay more attention to the business. Because anything in life, if you don't look after it, it's going to decline. But we said we'd set ourselves 3 criteria. The first one was that we'd pay off our debt first. The second thing was that the income that we were walking away from had to be matched by Lifewave. And the third thing was that we'd put away about 6 months worth of costs, just in case something goes wrong and we won't be in trouble. And I'm glad to say Lifewave ticked all 3 of those boxes for us. And I left my job at the end of July, and I can now focus more time on Lifewave, and it's opened me up to explore other avenues, which is great. I actually didn't know how much free time there is in a day, which is absolutely awesome. All right, so Lifewave pays us in 9 different ways. I'm only going to share 3 ways tonight. The compensation plan can be shared with you by the person that invited you to this call. But one of the ways we earn is a binary bonus. So it's called a binary because you've got 2 legs. And all you do is you place people left and right on the various legs. And it's as easy as that. The turnover generated by the purchases in those legs is turned into volume points. Like you go shop at Clicks, you earn points on your Clicks card, same type of scenario. And that volume gets paid out in cycle bonuses. You can earn up to $25,000 per week on this bonus, but you have to work really hard to reach those levels. One of the other ways is upfront income payouts. So these are the people that are new to the business. It's absolutely wonderful that they motivate the new people joining to do even better. So in your first 9 weeks, you've got the potential to earn a business launch bonus. So if you look at the structure on the left, if you only bring 1 person in and 1 person on left and 1 person right, you are then qualified as a 1-star manager. If you maintain that structure for 9 weeks and everybody stays active, you will get paid $25 per week for those 9 weeks. If you get an additional person left and right, so you've got 2 left, 2 right, you then become a 2-star manager. If you maintain that structure, keeping everybody active for 9 weeks, you unlock a business launch bonus of $50 per week for 9 weeks. So that's a total of $450 that you can earn in your first 9 weeks with Lifewave. Multiply that if you're in South Africa by the exchange rate, it's good rands that you can earn. Another income stream is the mentor matching bonus. This only gets paid out though from 1-star director upwards. But you can see there you get a percentage of the bonus of people in your business that you've brought in on 6 generations down. And as you progress in the business, you can see the percentages increase and the depths increase. So what is the difference between a conventional business and Lifewave? A conventional business always is a high startup cost. As I said earlier, you're going to have to mortgage your house or take out a huge loan or sell your vehicles. Lifewave, you can start with a credit card. There's high risk in a conventional business because of the high amount of money you have to put up. In Lifewave, there's no risk because the money you're putting in, you're getting product for it and you're going to use it. There's lots of stress in conventional business because you're out there on your own and you're fighting all the elements. In Lifewave, it's very stress-free. You've got all the support around you. If you don't know something, you put up your hand and you ask. The most stressful thing in Lifewave is telling somebody else about the business. If you can get over that hurdle, you'll make a success. In a conventional business, there's long hours. In Lifewave, you make your own schedule. As I said, I didn't know there was so much free time in a day. A conventional business, there's always trial and error. Lifewave has got a proven system put in place by this is a team. And if you follow that system, you can't go wrong. Conventional business is always a learning curve. As you go through with trial and error, you're always making mistakes and you're learning from those mistakes. In Lifewave, you've got mentors who've already worked and walked that road. So they've learned from their mistakes and they pass those learnings on to you. In a conventional business, you've got a limited earning potential. If you look at opening up a spa on the corner, a spa has only got a circumference of consumers, either in driving distance or walking distance. But somebody's not going to drive from another town to come and shop at your spa. With Lifewave, you can sign up brand partners and customers globally. As I said earlier, they're open in over 75 countries. My first customer I signed up was a good school friend of mine who's living in Ireland, and he was suffering from long COVID. I said to him, Ethel, I don't know what these if these patches could help you, but all I know is they reactivate stem cells. See what they can do for you. I sent him my link. He clicked on that link. He paid with his credit card on the website. The company delivered the product to his front door in Ireland within 3 days. I didn't touch the product. I didn't touch his money. And I got a $20 commission for that. All I did was send a WhatsApp. He did send me a voice note via WhatsApp 2 weeks later saying he's not getting too optimistic, but it's the best he's felt in 2 years. And he's recovered totally from his long COVID. So I'm very happy I did share it with him. So how do you get into Lifewave? There's 4 packages you can come in on: Core, Advanced, Advanced Plus, and Premium. What these different packages mean is just the amount of product. So on Core, it costs $295. You get 3 sleeves of X39. On Advanced, you get 6 sleeves for $535. So what you can notice there, the more you buy, the cheaper it's getting. At Advanced Plus, at $975, you get 11 sleeves. And then for the serious entrepreneur, you get the Premium at $1,750, but there you're getting 20 sleeves of X39. There is a cheaper way to get in if you are financially constrained. It's what they call a starter pack, and you pay $25 as a joining fee. You don't get any product for that $25, but what you do get is a website. And from that website, you can then start ordering single sleeves and getting customers and brand partners to join your business. As Kayla mentioned earlier, for all the product information, the patents, the case studies, etc., you've got thisisit.info.com. But the This Is It team has also developed the This Is It team website. And this is totally business focused. They've got the whole onboarding structure there for you, all videos on how to do what, how to build your business, what the compensation plan is. Even this presentation is available on that website. So they've thought of everything. All the tools are there to help us build this business. So the time is now to make your move and make your decision. Are you serious about your dreams that I mentioned earlier? The good thing is there is hope for your future, and it's called Lifewave with its flagship, the X39. Thank you everybody for your time. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future. And please get back to the person that invited you to this call. Thank you and good night. Thank you everybody. Let me stop recording.